Hi, my name is Jackie Carver. It's my first time doing this, so I'm just going to go ahead and get to it. My story is I worked at a maximum security prison for a total of 10 years. And February 20th, 2017, I was a sergeant, and I was told by my lieutenant about 4 something in the morning that there was a distress call on 7 buildings. So since I didn't have a radio on me, I listened to him and I went that way. And I walked in there, and the sergeant that was over that building, she was, 7 building has a cage around it because they have gas guns and, gas grenades and stuff, so, inmates can't get to it. So I went to ask her what was going on, and she mumbled some stuff, so I didn't really understand what was going on. And so I went over there to see if I can de-escalate the situation, because there wasn't hollering or nothing, and usually, if you talk to anybody normally, they'll calm down. It don't matter what they done in life. People make mistakes. I'm not justifying what they did, but before I can get a word out, I got punched in this temple and this temple, and I was leaned against the wall, and I didn't fall down. I didn't get knocked out at that time, but I could not move my lower half. So my legs were just there, and it's crazy to see me on camera right now. Because anyway, so the one officer that did come help, when I was able to move again slowly, I went and got him out of a headlock, because one of the brave offenders, jumped him and put him in the headlock, and so I just told him to run. I'm already hurt. What's the point of other people getting hurt at the time? And then another brave inmate hit me from behind in the head right here. And then I got sucker punched right there. That's when the first tooth fell out. And then another guy hit me over here. And then when I fell, the side of my head hit a concrete corner of a wall, and that's when I got knocked out. That was minute 1. So for 4 more minutes, these guys picked me up, body slammed me, took my belt off and was whooping me like I was some kind of bad kid or some shit. I don't know. This is just stuff I've been told that was on the video. I refused to watch it, but the place I worked at decided to put it on video and put it in the training video so everyone could laugh at me. It wasn't a training video. You just have to know that place. And I will tell you later about that place. So, they took my pepper spray and sprayed me, and for 4 minutes they just beat the living tar out of me. And I found out later when I first came in there, sorry about the camera moving, I'm not used to this stuff. So there was 2 officers hiding down the hallway. So they knew the seriousness of it. The sergeant that I was talking to knew the seriousness of it. But, you know, these were two guys, not men, maybe one day. Just sat over there in a little fucking corner and just let it happen. I mean, it's the wrong profession to be a chicken. So, and with all them officers that we have on duty, the two people that pulled me out of harm's way were two female nurses. And, you know, I found that out later because, you know, I was rushed to the hospital. And, you know, a lot of things happened after that, you know. I had a stroke after that. My teeth slowly just fell out. Just like that dream they tell you about when you think you're losing control of your life. Your dream, that's what you dream about, your teeth falling out. And it literally happened. And I thought these people were actually going to help me. You know, my job, workers' comp, you know. But when I had my stroke, my adjuster called, and when I told her I was in the hospital, she said, "Oh, by the way, Mr. Carver, we're not going to pay for that either," and laughed at me and hung up. And she sent me a letter the next day saying the exact same thing, without the humor, I guess, you know. They sent me to a psychologist, the only one that will take workers' comp. And I promise you, you can interview my doctor that took care of me. This 76-year-old woman, for 3 visits, came on to me. And she was wearing spandex pants. And I'm only saying this just to be funny. Because I'm trying not to cry about this situation. She literally, her pants were so tight, it looked like her camel toe had an infection. That's how bad it was. And then I guess when she realized I was not going to go to her house and do yoga with her, because before this happened, I didn't look like this. I'm sorry. So that's all she kept saying, how good looking I was. And I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting for the older people, my generation, Bob Newhart. The woman didn't even have a couch in her office. She had a futon with no mattress. She put like a bedspread over it. And yeah, she played a game on her phone. These are the people helping me to get back mentally, you know. Then you had some just tell me to snap out of it. And when you have, no one there to help you, and then when you have a stroke, this room literally had 10 freaking mirrors in it. And when your left side, just won't move, the last thing you want to do is just sit there and stare at yourself. And you can't sleep in a hospital. And I was so scared to fall asleep again, because last time I fell asleep, I had a stroke. I woke up at 5 o'clock that morning. I felt fine. I got up at 5 to watch Mike and Mike, it's an old sports show. I miss Mike Golick every day. He's a good guy. Anyway, I ramble a lot. So, I'm on here to ask, just for help to get the teeth fixed, so I can actually go out and have a life and be, productive. I'm the only one that was glad that, we had to wear a mask for a year, because it covered this up. I have all the proof of what happened when they actually sent me the video of what happened. I mean, I wasn't going to watch it. My aunt and cousin wanted to watch it. So I put it in my truck, drove to Walmart, and my truck got broke into the same, like when I was in there. And the only thing stolen out of that was that DVD, because I was so mad at them. I put on Twitter that I was going to show it to CNN or Fox, or, I'm not that big into the politics, because, people lie to me all the time, so who does to believe? But any thief knows that you can't steal a vehicle with a shaved key if it's a newer model, because you have to have a program key. So I knew what was up with it. I knew. I mean, there was other things in there to steal. I mean, but you only take something that don't have no value to anybody but me. So all I'm asking is to get my life back. If there's anybody out there, I mean, you can look up my Facebook. My name is Jackie Carver. Leave out the R. My new Facebook don't have an R. It's Caver. And that's what I look like the day after it happened. And when you have no support system, and you literally just lay around and then go to the doctor when it's time to go to the doctor, and then you come back home. Because what are you going to do? Your neck, your back, all that's hurting, but nobody wants to listen to you, Their game is to get you back to work. And that's what the psychologist, she literally told me that if they didn't get you back to work, that like all these people would be fired. And either way, they were going to cut you off. So, I mean, money-wise, I got cut off without no notice. I was almost homeless. My doctor, she knew I was in pain, and I just had a stroke. She wouldn't release me, so I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get unemployment because I wasn't able to work. So, and then when I went back to work, these people bullied me. And I'm talking about like from rank down. And then they got the inmates in on it too. And there's evidence on that stuff. I mean, for the first 7 years I worked there, I've never been approached to bring anything in. And then after that, they had inmates coming to me just asking me left and right. They knew personal shit about me that only rank knew. And the people that were my friends that I helped move, that I bought them stuff, they were just bitches to me. Even, the guys, bitches. But they wouldn't fight me. Nobody wanted to fight me. Which, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but for 3 years, I know it pissed them off that I lasted 3 years, but I lost 50-something pounds. I was about to die. I knew it. I mean, and I know they like to retaliate, even though I don't work there now. they're going to do something to me. I know it. That's just how they roll. You know, they didn't offer no assistance. They didn't come to the hospital when I had a stroke. These people, they know what they're doing. We had an officer die up there. And I would have got more if I died. I would have got more assistance. I would have got all that. But since I didn't die, you know, fuck it. Fix your own self. But I'm on here just so you can see that this stuff is real. I don't recommend working at, you know, and y'all might think I'm weak. I don't know. But I paid as much as I could to help get my teeth fixed, but it ain't enough. My PTSD, I get to the front door and then I have to turn around and go back to bed some days. Some days are better than others. I'm in constant pain every day. I've had 17 concussions over the years just working at Telford. No telling before that. So I can't even get out the words. If y'all got any money to help donate, just because I know times are hard for everybody. So.